You have already designed the life you want, down to the logo, the city, and the aesthetic. You have probably rehearsed the interview where you explain how it all started, the turning point, the moment everything clicked. You can see it so clearly, it almost feels like a memory, and you have not even started. Not a plan or a single step, not even a search, just the dream sitting there, specific yet completely untouched. Feeling important, feeling like someday, and here is the part nobody actually tells you, not even the productivity gurus.
We all have these thoughts swirling around, these complex shapes that define our reality.
And look, those things matter, but they are kind of missing the forest for the trees. Because what is happening in the mind of someone who dreams constantly and does consistently nothing is more than just get off your phone. Let us start with something counterintuitive. The more vividly you imagine your future success, the more detailed and emotional it feels.
Wow.
So I was looking at this piece the other day, and it really got me thinking about how we perceive structure in our lives.
Positive visualization, the kind where you close your eyes and feel yourself living the dream, it actually relaxes your nervous system.
And that's when I realized this blank canvas holds the key to the entire story. Energy drops, motivation follows, so all those vision boards and manifestation journals, that time spent imagining the outcome, they might be doing the opposite of what you think.
But what is weird is, and why this does not fully explain the people we are really talking about, because some people do not just visualize their dreams. They become their dreams, and that becomes their whole identity. Things tend to take a darker turn. Everyone around them knows about it by now, but they have been saying it for 2 years, maybe 5? And they are passionate when they talk about it. It does not feel performative. It feels completely real to them. Because if you try and it does not go well, it is not only a failed attempt, it is evidence about who you are. And the mind treats that kind of threat the same way it treats any other. It tends to avoid it. This is M, and together we'll explore this new feature. It makes things easier, don't you think? It can give you a premature sense of success, the aspiration gets socially confirmed, and something in the brain relaxes its grip on actually chasing it. You told everyone you are becoming a lawyer, people nodded. Somewhere in you that registered as progress. This is also connected to what researchers call self-handicapping, the strategy where people unconsciously create conditions that make failure explainable. I have so much to do. It's overwhelming. You can do it. Just tackle them one by one. The dream stays clean, the dreamer stays protected, and the cruelest part, it works. As a short-term emotional strategy, it absolutely works. And it is hard to call out because it looks so responsible. The intention-behavior gap, the psychological term for the space between meaning to do something. Paschal Sheeran's meta-analysis of this phenomenon found that even a large change in someone's intention produces only a small to medium change in actual behavior. And for big dreamers specifically, it is not that they cannot be bothered. It is that the stakes feel so high that starting feels like gambling everything. So they do not start, and then the story starts to shift, subtly. I will start when things calm down becomes I am just not in the right headspace. Too many tasks. I need to focus. Ah, that's better. Finally done. Because they cannot point to a specific moment they gave up. They never did. They just kept not starting. Verse. That grief is not to be downplayed. It is not dramatic, but it is real. There is a low-grade sadness that comes. It does not hit you all at once, it accumulates, so what actually helps? Oettingen's research points to something she calls mental contrasting, which is not positive visualization and not pessimism. It is holding the desired outcome clearly in mind while simultaneously confronting the actual obstacles in front of you. Concretely and honestly, not as a thought experiment, as a real reckoning. What specifically is getting in the way? What has been getting in the way for months?
I needed to connect the curve to the destination, forming a clear geometric path forward. That's the challenge, you see.
The other thing is that telling everyone about the dream might be the first thing worth stopping. Of course, sharing goals is not always bad, but when the people around you already think of you as the person who is going to do that thing, a quiet part of your brain files it under done. Keep it closer to yourself for a while. Let the work be the announcement. And the dream probably needs to get smaller before it can get real. When the dream feels that big, no single action ever feels like enough. So you never take one, but a genuine, uncomfortable hour spent on the one task you have been avoiding for 3 weeks. That is a gap you can actually cross. It does not make for a great story at a dinner party, but it is the version that has a chance of actually happening. Now, if that last part landed and you are sitting there thinking, okay, but I genuinely do not know how to actually structure this day to day. I have linked something in the description that I think will help. It is a 7-day reset bundle I put together specifically for people who are stuck in this exact pattern. Hi there. We're introducing a new feature where I can read this aloud in a natural, human-like voice. Underneath all of this, the self-handicapping, the identity fusion, the comfortable paralysis of endless preparation, there is usually just fear. Yes. A very old, very human fear of being seen trying and coming up short.